Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I was busy doing something else.
No worries. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good, good. Cool. So what time is it over there? I think it's quite
It's
late.
8:24.
8:24 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's not that late. I thought it was later.
Yeah, because we're different from Sydney. I think we're a half an hour difference, Sydney time. I got all the times mixed up, and when I read your email again, I said, "Oh, you wanted a bit earlier." So,
No, that's fine. I thought for you, like I work with Australia a lot. So I know that it's quite late, at this hour. And
okay,
usually my business meetings are much earlier in the morning for me, like 8 a.m. or 8:30. So I could do that time either way.
okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, so yeah, have you seen my other videos, the interviews I've done, or
I watched a little the interview with the Japanese representative and with the Argentinian representative,
okay?
but not the other ones. No.
Yeah, I've only done two, the Japanese and Argentina. So you're the third.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I'll just do it. I mean, I have nothing to do with ARE. It was just my personal sort of thing to do. I don't know where it's going to lead to, but we'll see what happens.
I think it's very nice, really.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yes, yes. It just brings people together, from all over the world, and it's really good to see how other people are, approaching
Yeah.
the work, because everyone approaches the readings in their own individual way, but having like a center or being the representative for the country is it kind of feels more like a proper job. So it's good to see the experience, to learn from the experiences of others.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be doing a couple more. My dad included because he does New Zealand, and I'll do the one Australian, Russell Bowie. I'm in his study group, a Search for
Mhm.
God study group. So those two probably if you listen to them, they'll probably explain it a bit better. I don't know. So yeah, so are you the only one that runs the Edgar Cayce Albania, or you have helpers with you?
No, I am the only one that runs
Oh,
for now. Yeah,
okay. Oh well, big responsibility.
yeah, yes, it is. But we're just getting started. So
Okay. Yeah, because I had a look at your website. Did you do your website?
yes, I did it myself.
Okay.
It's not that elaborated, or
Oh yeah.
I do plan to refresh it in the future, but the main goal that I have for the next year, let's
Yeah.
say, is creating some content. So
Okay.
having more articles on, having some videos for YouTube. Um, so just working on content for the moment.
Okay. And
And
so
lately,
do you have any members with you? You know, like you must have.
not.
It's just the one person.
Well, I would not say members. No,
Oh, okay.
definitely not members. No, but people that are close to me, like people that I work with, friends, family. We do talk occasionally about Edgar Cayce and the readings and some of the concepts in the readings, but it's nothing organized
Okay.
or prepared. So it's something more. Yeah,
Okay. So you don't have a Search for God study group?
not yet. No.
No. Okay. Are you in a Search for God study group?
Yes, I am in two Search for God study groups
Okay.
with Judith. So it's the online study groups that are organized from the headquarters.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't know Judith, but I've watched her YouTube videos, and I think I know that she's been with the ARE for a very long time,
yes,
30
yes, sure.
years or more, I think. So she has
Yeah.
extreme.
We also have an international study group
Oh,
that just started with John from Contemporary Case uh, Canada.
oh, is it John Chattet?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few chats with him before. Yes, he's one of those guys that has a lot of connections with ARE, so a good person to have or to know because he has a lot of information.
Yes. Very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and I think he did a presentation at the ARE, so he's been there, done it. I've seen his video, his YouTube.
Yeah.
So how did you find out about Edgar Cayce, your personal story?
So I found out about Edgar Cayce when I was 18. I read a book about him. It was a biography. It was not There's a River or any other books that are
Yeah,
more well known and popular. This was something written by a Russian writer.
okay.
Um, yeah, I still have the original copy. And after reading this biography, just there was a connection basically. So I just
Okay.
knew that I this was my path basically. Just instant
Okay.
connection. Yeah.
That's good. And was that in Albania or somewhere else? Or
Yes, in Albania.
okay, yeah, because I've been watching a couple of small YouTube videos. One by a little kid who's teaching me about Albania.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a little video about Albania. There's a YouTube video, and he just gave me some small facts about Albania, so I learned a little bit. He had
Oh,
a quiz at the end, but I failed.
oh.
I only got 2 out of 5 right, so I think I wasn't paying much attention to his talk. But basically, like Albania is divided into 12 main divisions, which is interesting. The number 12, is that correct?
Uh, I don't know. I'm ashamed to say that I don't know right now how is the division, but I know that the independence of Albania was declared in 1912
Okay,
and recognized a year later by like the big players. And there were 12 representatives. So
okay,
back then, it definitely was divided in 12
okay.
areas. I'm not sure now how it is divided, but yeah,
Yeah,
back
you
then it
mentioned
was.
something about 61 small divisions as well, so many districts and all that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
The other thing which caught my attention was they're mostly Muslims there, which is interesting, and far less Christians.
Yeah, we have so the majority of the population here is Muslim,
Yeah.
and the rest is Christians, divided between Catholics and Greek Orthodox
Okay.
Christians. But the majority is Muslim, yeah.
Are
We have
you
like 3 or 4 main religions here.
are you Muslim or Christian?
I'm Greek Orthodox Christian.
Oh, okay. So that goes yeah, way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, so have you been reading any new Edgar Cayce books, or you have access to resources?
Yeah. So as far as resources go, I do have access to a lot of material online. Like I'm a member of the ARE,
Yeah.
so I have access to all the readings database, all the files, some audio files that are available to have. I also have some books.
Okay.
Before the pandemic, I remember that I would order quite a few number of books coming in from mostly from the US.
Okay.
And I developed like a very small, tiny library
Okay.
that were basic books. But after the pandemic, it was just impossible to get
Yeah.
things to come here. And but like last year, there was a big donation for Edgar Cayce Albania from Germany
Oh,
of over 200 books, around
wow.
250 books that came in here. So I
Wow.
have, yeah, plenty
You
of
got a bit of a
plenty.
library there.
Yes, now I have a proper library. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So yeah, so hopefully whoever watches this or wants to come and learn a bit about Edgar Cayce they could borrow some books,
Yes,
contact
absolutely.
you.
Yes. And I would like to just, since this is going to be posted online, whoever's watching, I just want to say very thank you to the German Edgar Cayce people, especially Catherine and Mariana Theo, who took care of all of this,
Then,
packing the books and sending and everything.
well, that's good. They're helping other groups, sharing the knowledge
Yeah.
of Edgar Cayce. Yeah, because I've been studying Edgar Cayce maybe 30, 40 years, but I stopped for a while. But then uh, now that's why I post a lot of information online, just trying to share it. The whole purpose of my YouTube video was just to pique the interest of people, and so that they can go and research further or read further. But I wasn't like my YouTube video wasn't like, okay, this is the main source or anything. I just wanted to share what I was learning.
I think that's beautiful, and that's the core of the work
Yeah,
that we do. That we have to share what we feel is useful information, and I think it's actually one of the things that is mentioned in the readings that um, when you know something that comes from the higher sources, it's very difficult not to share it.
yeah.
And
Because I don't prepare any questions. I just sort of,
yeah,
I'm not a professional or anything. Just basically amateur, just interested in what others are doing regarding education.
yeah, I didn't prepare anything either. But as I mentioned in the email, like there's not much going on
Okay.
because it just started. So there is a lot of translation work that has to be done.
Yeah.
And right now I'm working on translating the Search for God books. And that's like the step number one. And about the future, what I would like to translate is one of the top biographies. So
Okay.
either There Is a River or An American Prophet, or either Many Mansions, which is should be a very interesting book. Unfortunately, I do not have a copy of that, but
Yeah. Many Mansions was the book I read. That one was more sort of got me interested. And Krajenki, the Bible as well. Was it Robert Krajenki or something? Yeah, can't pronounce his last name. The other thing is, I did convert the cooperation lesson into Albania, but I don't know if it was good or not. Am I able to show you what are you on a computer or?
no, I'm on a computer. Yeah, you can show me.
I'll just share just so you can see.
Mhm.
Where is it? Okay, so this is the Albanian version. I used OneNote, and then this is the English version. How good is the OneNote conversion? Is it good or bad?
Yeah, I'm reading. So the Peter part is translated very good.
Okay. So what I can do is send you this translation, because it's done by a machine or software. And I
Yeah,
can, yeah,
this is very good. Like I've been translating myself, like, you know, word per word. I haven't been doing any translations with any machine, but definitely something to look into.
okay. So I used
Thank you for
OneNote,
this.
Microsoft OneNote.
Okay.
What I can do is send you the this converted version and the English version,
Mhm.
and I'll try and do as many of them as possible for you. So all you can do is just sort of correct it and fix it up. I don't know. And then you have a book ready.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
So OneNote, is this something that I can find?
OneNote, I'll type OneNote. What is, I think it's OneNote, something like that.
Okay.
The Microsoft OneNote.
Thank you.
I think it's an add-on software. You don't have, you know, if you got Windows,
Right.
yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so that's all I found.
Yeah, I have an app here, OneNote. You know, I've
Okay,
never used one.
so you can actually paste the English version. I can give you a link to where you can find the English version, where you can easily copy. Otherwise, you have to translate copy the whole book, and it takes longer. So there's somewhere where you can have access to all the lessons, and you just translate it.
Yeah, thank you. I have the PDF version actually online of
Okay.
both books. Yeah.
Oh well, that's even better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
This was very nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I try and help. I've been sharing information non-stop for a long time, and I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to promote myself, sell myself, so they could end up in the ARE in the future.
Good plan.
Yeah, it's sort of, maybe that's my plan unconsciously. Eventually, I want to be there because I've had a dream of that place, especially that, you know, that square-looking building.
The headquarters or
Yeah, the one with
yes,
the
the
funny
headquarters.
shape, it's like a rectangle.
Yeah, I think that
Very-
those are the headquarters.
okay. I saw myself walking up the steps and looking up there. They have the sign on top. First, I thought it was a Mormon church because it was white, but then maybe I realized it was the ARE. So hopefully it'll come
Wow.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. I feel that I would also like to dedicate way more time to that, but sometimes, you know, just work and different stuff come up. So
Yeah, you're still
you
young.
have to,
Yeah.
yeah, have
So
to
yeah.
balance too. So what are you working on now, except for the interviews?
I post the last two posts I posted to do with Atlantis, and my last two videos. One was, you know, how they traveled. You know, when it was sinking, they traveled to Spain. They call it Pyrenees, I think, Spain, and then Egypt.
Yeah.
And the other one, some traveled. So that was. So if you're in Atlantis, one side, and some went to Yucatan, the America side. So they travel both sides. And then that's why I realized that that's why they got free records of the Atlanteans have free records stored. It's like a time capsule. So one that sunk in Atlantis in the sea there,
Yeah.
one in Yucatan, and one in Egypt.
One in Egypt.
So there's 3, and they're all the same records.
Yeah.
And I think if they find it, it will also show how advanced their technology was and how advanced their civilization was, the Atlanteans. And I'm 100% sure that we are the Atlanteans. I'm 100% sure.
Under a different form, yeah.
Yeah, we're in different form. We're still finding ourselves. And I think Edgar Cayce and Jesus Christ affected us a lot, even then, still now.
Yes, definitely.
And that's why I align with the Christians, because, you know, they're from their source is Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago. So Edgar Cayce is the same. So we're sort of, Edgar Cayce's work is very similar to Christian work. And we shouldn't, you know, leave that or try and be different. So
Well, he was, I think, one of the biggest legacies and that the work has, and this is something that Hugh Cayce, I think, also mentioned, and many people do mention, is that it helps people go back to their faith.
yeah,
So many people are going back and going back to their Christian faith in a new, different, with a new with a new perspective.
yeah,
And even the Bible has a different meaning when you read it. When I read it now, for example, some passages, so it has like, it brings on something new, and I read it and I say, wasn't this there when I read the last time? Like,
yeah,
you start seeing things that you weren't really noticing before.
yeah.
That's beautiful to find something new and things that, you know, you thought that were old, or you thought that you had, you know, exhausted, that, you know, there was nothing new to learn from.
Yeah, no, Edgar Cayce's readings did bring out a lot of stuff. And there's so much, you know, like the past, going right back to Adam and Eve, the beginning, Joseph, he was Joshua, Joseph, who else? Yeah, he was
And Enoch, and
Enoch.
Enoch and Hermes.
Yeah.
Although I think that was not specified in the readings,
Yeah.
but from the research that was done from the original members of the ARE, you know, the people around Edgar Cayce back then.
Yeah, and Joshua. I don't know much about Jeshua. He was like a priest or something after. So he's sort of, I think after, he came after, I think he was around the time after.
After Moses.
Yeah, not Joshua, but Jeshua. Jeshua. He's like a priest or something.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I think he's in the Bible as well, but later on.
Yeah. So there's this book that I'm reading right now. It's called Lives of the Master.
Oh yeah, I've read it.
I'm not sure. Have you read that?
Yep, I've read it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's beautiful to see how there's this, like a golden thread that goes, you know, from the beginning of history until now.
Yeah, that's why you see that Jesus Christ, his mission, you know, how he was helping us. So he was with us, you know, right from the beginning.
Yes.
Trying to steer us in the right direction, still doing it now.
Yeah.
So when I look at the Bible, I see that's his work, you know, his story from Adam till now. Have you read anything about Revelations yet? Or?
No, I have. So one of the books that came in was J. E. Everett.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
It was on the Revelation, and I think it's a very interesting book, and I'm really looking forward to read it. But I have to finish this one, and then
Yeah,
there is so many good good books that came. I don't know which one to read first. But yeah.
yeah, I do have that book. I also created a YouTube videos for that book. That's sort of like a summary form
Hmm.
on my YouTube channel. So uh, it's not an easy book to read.
Okay. Do you have any tips for me?
Huh?
Do you have any advice before I
Uh,
read it?
yeah, the easier one would be, yeah. So he wrote a book. I think it's called Symbols.
Okay.
I think Seals and Symbols or something like that. I
And
can see.
it's
And
about the revelation.
yeah, inside there is the part about Revelation, and it's very easy to read, easy to understand, much easier than trying to read. I think his name is Irion Everett.
You,
Irion
I'm
Everett.
not sure.
Yeah. So yeah, so much easier to read. I can send you via email what the information so that way you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just before meeting you, I read just trying to figure out the seals and the
Okay.
seven seals,
The seven seals.
like opening up your seven seals or
Oh,
chakras or spiritual
yes.
centers. Yeah, so I think it's tied in with your hormones, uh,
Yes.
yeah, or the
Yes.
glands.
The glands. Yeah. So the spiritual centers are the glands.
Yeah,
Basically, those are the channels,
yeah,
the bridges between, our body, our physical body, and the spiritual realm. So the spirit. Um, and they are like seals that can be either closed or opened.
yeah,
And when we meditate, basically, we try to align them and to be in attunement through these seals with the
yeah.
creative force, with God.
Yeah, because I did a little bit more reading about it today, and I realized that so because of the seal, the chakras or the glands, they secrete hormones, which are like messengers, and it does affect the body and also affects the um, the vibrations as well of the body, but it also affects the cells. So I think there's a connection between all the cells in your body, the 12 divisions, and the hormones. So by meditating and praying, there's a like you're trying to affect it and become spiritualized eventually.
Yes.
So I think that because when I heard seal, like it took a long time for me to figure out what the seals, the seven seals, what are they talking about? Like, I mean, I know it's the glands and the chakras, but I'm trying to sort of connect how it all works. So I sort of figured it out. It was to do with the hormones and how you release all the hormones, and that hormones affects your cells, and then how the cells become spiritualized. So just by meditating and all that, praying and all that becomes, yeah, it's supposed to do what your body was designed to do, I guess.
Yes.
But at the moment, we're sort of misusing our body for other things, selfish things, personal things, all that. But yeah, slowly.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, given the way that we live right now, and given the world that we live in, um, we we have to dedicate some time to
Yeah,
what is going on around. Like, I think actually that's part of the things that we have to do. And yes, just like Jesus said, to be in this world, but not of this world. But we have to be in the world. Like, we can't,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, deny it
yeah.
entirely.
Definitely, like, yeah, when I was young, I thought, oh, I'm gonna be a monk and just stay in a sort of, like a hermit, but
Yeah,
that's not.
I think that's very easy to do. Like, I
Yeah,
would like to spend my entire time just reading books
Yeah.
meditating and all of that. But I think it's actually the revelation that it says that the spiritual journey, it's like a fruit that is sweet in the mouth and bitter
Yeah.
in the stomach. That means that there is a very difficult part in the spiritual journey, and that's, you know, being in the world, like taking care of everything and yet not losing that connection with God and accepting that.
Mm. So when you're doing the search for God, so what lesson are you up to now?
In the search for God groups, we are with one group, we are into the fellowship lesson,
Okay.
and with the other one, we're in the opportunity.
Oh,
So the second book.
that's the book 2.
Yes.
Wow, you're way ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that opportunity is more like a summary of all of the 12 lessons.
Yes. Some are like even in the fellowship right now, for example, there are some parts where it sums up, you know, the lessons that were before,
Yeah.
and it feels like these are some sort of steps, like you start with cooperation and you understand what cooperation is, and you come to that understanding that cooperation, we are as we are now, as we live, we can either be in cooperation with God, or we can be, you know, outside, like defying the laws, the universal laws and the spiritual laws. So it's either one or the other with, you know, every choice that we make. And then that pushes us to know ourselves more, to understand ourselves more, and then resetting the ideals, understanding what is our motivating force, and establishing a conscious ideal, and then through that ideal moving on to faith and so on. So every lesson is like a little step that ultimately walks you through to that final lesson, which is love and understanding love. And but I think I've read somewhere that each book, so the second book, it's like a reiteration of the previous 12 lessons, so of book 1, but at a higher vibration, so at a higher understanding, at a higher connection, basically. And that book 3 was supposed to be like that as well.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think I did read, but what was interesting when I read the lesson, I think lesson 8, the open door. I think what the open door said was, because you've done all the 7 lessons before that, your Christ consciousness is now ready, and now you're ready to open the Christ, or whatever, Christ consciousness. Yeah, so if you go in the first chapter, I think it's the first paragraph of the open door, it does say that the first 7 lessons was about developing the Christ consciousness of each person. So if you did all 7 lessons, then you're ready to meet the Christ, or open, whatever. And then, yeah, then become, and then you in his presence, which is lesson 9. Yeah. Yeah, I can send you that paragraph, which is something, you know, I read bits and pieces. Okay, now I understand why you have to do those 7 lessons. What's the reason? Because I always like to know why we're doing something, and, you know, I like to know what I'm doing. Because sometimes you sort of do it, but you don't know what. But you know that what you're doing is correct, but you just sometimes you want to know what's the purpose, you know.
The reason behind it.
Yeah, because I like to have understanding of everything I do.
Yeah. The open door is also one of the seals.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be, you're talking about the second seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the open and closed door. But I think the open door is Christ.
Yes.
But it's nice to have, you know, a face. You know, when you look at Edgar Cayce Albania, who's, you know, you want to know who it is. So by having you on, hopefully maybe some people will be watching, maybe young generation, because that's what I'm worried about is the younger generation
Yeah,
losing touch.
losing touch. Well, there's a lot of competition, I feel, about the younger generation with all the manifesting gurus and all of that. So,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Plus all the other stuff, the drugs and alcohol and night clubbing and all this, you know. Not so much now, but can get sidetracked.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're not connected in any way to Italy, or you know how you're surrounded by other countries? Do you know anyone around that's surrounding Albania that's doing Edgar Cayce? Do you know anything?
I do know the representative for Italy, Gisela.
Okay.
I used to live in Italy for a long
Okay.
time. I did the university there, and I got in touch with her while I was in Italy, and we just talked through emails. We have never met, and she got in touch again a couple of months ago. So
Okay.
we started correspondence again. Yeah, just
Okay.
Gisela. I don't know anyone else. I know there is a center in Greece, um, and I may get in touch with them or go to see them if I travel to Greece um, next year or something, or this year, who knows?
Okay. No, good.
Yeah, would be great to have connections with
Yeah.
the countries around.
Yeah, I do. Hopefully, I'll interview the Italy and the Greek representatives in the, you know, in the next coming months, so you'll be able to see who they are and
Yeah,
their
yeah,
personality and all that. And they'll probably be watching you by that time as well.
yes.
When I send them an email and then sort of know, okay, who you are. So, but do you read any of the Venture Inward magazines as well?
No, no. Um, magazines do not arrive here, so they're not being sent out by mail, but I have not read the electronic versions either, to be honest.
Okay. Your membership, are you able to access the,
I think so. I think
yeah,
so.
you can download all the Venture Inward magazines going back 20 years
Yeah,
ago, all of it. And they're quite
yeah.
interesting reading.
Okay, okay. I'll note that down and
Yeah. You can actually go back right to the beginning when they first released. That was in 1984.
that's the first Inward magazine.
Yeah, 1984. I did a YouTube video of it just recently. So if you go to my channel, you'll see the first Venture Inward magazine. It used to be called the ARE Journal before that. So
Okay,
that journal goes back to 1966. And then they put it all into a magazine and Venture Inward. So they always have maybe say 4 every year. So
okay.
you could go all the way back. So you don't have to worry about getting mails or anything. You can download the PDF and read it on your computer, and you can. It's quite, yeah, very good resource.
Yeah, thank you. Very good.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to meet Judith one day via
Why
Zoom.
don't you why don't you come to one of the study groups?
Okay. What time do they have it? What time in your time?
So it is usually 8:30 p.m. my time.
8:30 p.m.
I think it's very early in the morning for you,
Yeah.
actually.
What day would that be?
It's Monday and Friday. They're independent study groups. So one, is on the fellowship, and the other one is on the opportunity.
Yeah.
So you can either join either one or the other.
Friday one I might be able to do, but is the Friday one with John Chitet?
With,
The Friday one? Are you,
sorry,
you know John Chitet?
oh, no, John is not on either of those.
Oh, okay.
These are the study groups with Judith,
Oh,
but the international study group with John is Friday, 7 p.m. my time. So that's even
okay.
earlier.
Okay. You might send me the link and I might just visit and see.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that way I probably say hello to Judith.
Yeah. But the international study group is for young adults.
Oh, okay.
So,
No, I'm not in.
okay.
No. So cross off the international. But that's good, having younger, focusing on the younger generation, because I was a bit worried.
Yeah. You can come in as a guest, though, to share your
Okay.
experience.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are your plans? So this is we're in January, February. We're February, so
February.
you've got. Do you have any plans? Are you hoping to maybe go out and promote it in some way, or?
Well, I think that the key to promoting and to reaching out a fairly good number of people is through books
Yeah.
and content. So, the website articles and all of that. So I really want to focus on translating books.
Okay.
This is what I want to do in this year, next year, until I have some good materials to start working with, and sending to people, and all of that.
Well, I hope by using that one note, you might be able to release the Search for God
Yeah, faster. Thank
faster.
you.
Yeah, we good, and hopefully you'll have a big membership.
Hopefully, yes.
Please.
For now, I see that there are some challenges here, mostly with religion, not just because some people, like the majority of the people, is Muslim religion, and there is, of course, some problem with the readings being focused on the Christian religion, but also Christian people, like Catholic. I have Catholic friends, and they approach it with much caution,
Oh yeah.
because it's like a different thing from the traditional things that they have been taught, that I have been learning, and that priests say, and talking about reincarnation is like a hot, um, you know a bit of problem. Some people believe, and it's innate in them. It's something natural. Other people need their time, to take their time to like digest the argument and all of that. So yeah.
Because
But
yep, carry on.
I was hoping that through books and content, to leave people follow their own personal journey. So many of us have come in touch through books with Edgar Cayce material and work, and we have followed our own personal individual journey. So we have read something, we found it interesting, then we have researched some more. So I would like to have to give the opportunity for people to do just that, but there has to be the opportunity. So there has to be books and materials that they can explore by themselves, and then dive more into.
Yeah, so if you while you're translating, if you need any help with the meaning of stuff, you can always email me and I'll try and explain, maybe simplify it. Or I'm not saying that I'm the most very knowledgeable. I just whatever I can help.
Okay. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, appreciate it.
no worries. Oh yeah.
So, are you from Australia? You don't have like the typical accent.
No, I'm not Australian. I live in Australia, but I'm originally from Samoa in the Pacific Island.
Oh, is it is it beautiful island? Like I think
Yeah,
all the islands in the Pacific are beautiful places.
yeah. So I was brought up there, and then because my father's from New Zealand originally, so lived in New Zealand, and then moved here to Australia. Because my son, he's 18 now, but we came here when he was only 1.
Oh,
So he's brought up here in Australia 17 years. So if you speak to him, he's got a little bit of an Australian accent. So whereas me, I'm not.
you've maintained um, your original accent.
Yeah, and that's why my communication, I wouldn't say my communication would be like really good because of the way different cultures where we're sort of taught not to speak too much. And I think that limited my, I'm not blaming anyone, but
No,
we
I,
can
I
still
I
improve.
understand that. I understand.
Yeah,
I think
different.
we have it here in Albania too, the way that at least my generation,
Yeah,
how we were brought up. Um, a bit of a more like a traditional kind
yeah,
of bringing up that's, oh, do not speak up to your parents or do
yeah,
not, yeah. And we grew up by having not having that um, eloquency in
yeah. Well, that's,
speaking our mind or our
yeah.
emotions
So,
or explaining very well. Yeah,
so,
we don't
so
have
now it's
that.
taking us a bit of time to try and develop that, and
Yes. Yeah.
so it's all good. Okay. When I was planning all this, I didn't have any plans to, like make it. It's not like a formal or anything. It was just a casual talk. Who are you? How are you? I wanted to know your spiritual journey as a person and the Edgar Cayce work and how to. But you got to be very brave to, to put your name out there. And so, congratulations. Like it's not something, you know.
I believe in this work.
Yeah,
Yeah. I can't say how much it has changed my life. Not all of a sudden, but little by little, just learning more, reading more, and it's been a huge transformation for me. Not that I was something really like someone that was in trouble or anything like that, but I was kind of heading towards a life that was not without meaning, but
mm,
now it has a fuller meaning.
it's
So
good. Yeah, it'd be interesting to follow your journey and see, 10 years time, 20.
yeah,
Do you plan to go to ARE in America sometime in the future?
yes, I would like that very much. Yeah, but for now, I don't think it's possible with all the situation with COVID and all of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a few years' time. I would like
So,
very much to go into the meditation room
yeah,
and follow like a proper like the the in-person meetings with the glad helpers.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's a powerful thing. The prayer group, there's a lot of healing which we need at this time. Also,
um,
even so, your parents are they into Edgar Cayce as well, or do they know?
they know about my passion for the advocacy work and all of that. They know, but they're not really into themselves. Like um, they haven't really expressed any interest in yeah in reading or anything. My uncle actually, he knew who Edgar Cayce was, and I think um, he was in touch with someone here that was presumably a psychic, but I don't know who she is. Like,
Okay.
I haven't heard really good things about her, to be honest. And
No.
yeah, but he knew who Edgar Cayce was, and I think he was studying some of the materials, but at that time I was in Italy, so we really did not communicate much. And then he passed away, so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So there was someone in Albania that was studying at Casey before you.
Yes. Oh, yes, there are, but I have to find them basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I think that any kind of information that I might need or knowledge, it will come to me. Like, I'm not really digging right now. I'm just, taking one by one the books that I have, reading, and whatever information comes, that's welcome.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do you have access to the readings as well?
yes, I have access to the readings online,
Okay.
and some of the books that came here are part of the library series. So,
Okay.
all the readings.
I have most of them, but there's a few that I am missing, which I want.
Really? What
Yeah.
are you missing?
So there's 24 of them, I think, and I've got about maybe 18 or 17 of them. So about 5 or 6 missing.
Yeah,
That
some
one.
were missing here too.
Yeah. So I'll make sure I'll give you the list that I have and see if you have the ones that are missing.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
you,
have two number 17, so I have two of the 17 book, which
okay.
is a study group one, the
Oh yeah.
262.
Uh, oh, that's all based on the reading, so that's a, do you have the one about the Christian era?
I can check very easily.
I think it's number 1 or number 2 or number 3. I really want the Christian era.
I don't
The
think I
early
have the first
early
number.
Christians, I think, or something to do with the early Christians, and it's all from the readings, like when it first started. I think it'll be 1, 2, 3, or 4.
So what I have, let me show you actually.
You want to share your screen?
Yes.
Oh, I can't share.
I can't share, so if you can.
I'll make you host. Okay, so I made you host so you can share your screen.
So this is the list of books.
Okay.
They were part of the.
Okay, can I say something? The best of the ARE journal?
Yes.
That's a very good one.
Okay. Okay.
I've just been reading that there's a lot of good information in those ones. Yeah, I have. Yeah, you see this one by Kevin Dodeshi I was talking about? Edgar Cayce on soul symbolism? Yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah. And so if you read that one,
Alex.
that's the one where the revelation, if you read that, there's a section there on the revelation, very easy to understand because it's based on the work of Herb Purier.
Herb Purier, yeah.
Yeah, he based, because Herb Purier was at the ARE and he did the covenant. I think I saw your website that had covenant at the bottom. Herb Purier, you must have copied one of the information and.
Yes, that was the introduction on one of the files.
Yeah.
And it was on the soul the the history of the soul, sort of. It
Yeah,
talked about how the soul was created.
yeah,
It talked about the different parts of the soul, like the will, the mind, and the spirit. There are three parts of the soul, like the soul is composed
yeah.
of, and
So he did a series of articles on the revelation from one, right up to the end.
mhm.
So I was trying to get hold of those copies of that Covenant series, but can't find it. So if I find it, I'm really wanting it. But yeah. So Kevin Tedeschi, sorry, based all that his writing on those series. So and it's very easy to follow. So I highly
Okay,
recommend.
thank you. So these were part of the personal library of Horst Goethe. This is why it's named Horst's Books.
Okay.
He passed away last year,
Okay.
and he had a very large library of books, and
Okay.
the Edgar Cayce books basically were donated to Edgar Cayce Albania. Um, so some are in German.
Yeah. You read German?
No,
Okay. So.
unfortunately, no. And it's funny because I went to the foreign language high school, so it was like a professional high school.
Yeah.
And all of my friends, all of the best friends that I had in high school, they were studying German. I was
Okay.
the only one studying Italian, so
That's all right. Now you can give it to them
yes, I can.
then.
So the library series is down here.
Okay.
Here. Yeah, I
Okay.
have
See.
early Christian epoch. It's number
Yeah, that's the
6.
one. 6.
Yeah, I have 4 and 5 missing here, and I have 2 number 7s. Sorry,
Yeah.
2 number
I think
7s
I
here.
already have that one.
Yeah,
So you have some of them missing, but you have most of them.
I do have most of them. Yes. You said there were about 24.
Oh no, I was 22. Sometimes my facts are not correct, so don't worry. 22.
22, but I have 2 missing though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I think I do have that 7. I don't have the number 3. I don't have volume 3.
Of attitudes and emotions.
No, volume 3. Meditation part 2.
Meditation. Okay.
I think, yeah, one of those. I think I don't have number 2 or number 3. But it's all right. One day I'll have that. The expanded search for God is a very good one. Number 17.
Okay.
Because, yeah, so there's part 2. You don't have part 1. Yeah,
I have.
16. Yeah, so
Yeah,
your
I don't have.
16 is missing.
Okay.
So you can have access to that. But the good thing about that one is I think it was done by Gladys Davis. She was there and she knew she was in the Search for God study group as well. So she knew all the readings that applied to each of the lessons.
Okay.
So she selected, so by expanded was any readings that applied to those lessons, she helped, put them
Okay.
together. So every paragraph
Mhm.
has readings on that paragraph for each lesson.
But now that I notice there's anything about medical readings or physical readings,
Yeah,
right?
because there's lots of them
Okay.
in the other files. The what do you call those files? Circulating files.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
lots of them there you can access. This was
So
more like yeah. So there's one. So you got that ARE journal there, May 1975, number 3.
yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
one. but you can go online as because you're a member, you can get all the journals, all of them from 1966 right up to 1983. So
Okay.
4 or 6 every year, and you can, there's some good stuff there, good information.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just want to see if anything interesting I can recommend.
Yes. So the
Some of them
Aquarian
are
book,
not Edgar Cayce books.
yes, some are spiritual books in
Yeah,
general,
but
but
still
most of
okay.
them, yeah, are Edgar Cayce books. So I've been reading the Edgar Cayce's As Seen Through His Letters. I kind of started this one, but I'm reading, stopping, and then reading again.
Yeah,
Um, and then I read Gladys Davis, My Years with Edgar Cayce.
oh yeah, I have that
That
book.
was very nice book, really
Yeah,
nice. Now I'm on Lives of the Master, and I would like very much to read the Revelation by Everett Irian.
yeah.
But there are many other things
No,
like
you're gonna struggle with that book, seriously. The way he writes and all that is just
I
because I think he was an accountant,
uh-huh.
and you know, accountants when every single word he sort of
Mhm.
has a meaning for it, so it became too much.
I read a very small part of it, like just a sneak peek,
Yeah,
and I really liked what I read. So
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not sure how the rest of the book will be.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I read
Oh,
just
no,
I
good
read just a
luck. You,
paragraph.
you'll. You
Yeah.
see this one, the Egyptian Heritage 167.
167.
The number 167 there on the roll.
Yes.
The Egyptian Heritage, Mark Lynn.
Yes.
See, Mark Lynn is an interesting character.
Hmm.
Um, what I sort of my understanding is Hewlin Casey tried to make him the ARE representative as an Egyptian scholar on Egypt,
Okay.
and he wrote that book based on the Edgar Cayce readings. And
Hmm.
if you get that, if you read it, it's all the collection of all the readings, and it deals with Rata and the 10,500 BC, the Sphinx, and all that. But what was interesting that when he went and then became a scholar, became joined the mainstream, he sort of stayed away from the 10,500 BC year and stuck with the 4000 BC era and all that stuff, the modern times. So
Why do you
Mark
think?
Lennon,
Why? Like,
I
is
don't
there any?
know, because mainstream, that's their. So there's still sort of difference. But
But
Mark Lennon, if you find out more about him, it's interesting his history
okay.
and story, modern times as well. He was
Okay.
very close to Hawass, Sani Hawass. He
Who,
was an Egyptian sort of director or something. Anyway, I don't
okay.
want to get you sidetracked on that one.
Okay. But I will read that Egyptian heritage.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you Google Mark Lennon and find out his story, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you see?
Archaeologist.
Yeah. So 30 years in Egypt, and so Edgar Cayce is not mentioned because he sticks with the main.
So he kind of changed gears and started.
Yeah, so he's going mainstream, so he's not going what Edgar Cayce is saying the timeline. So he doesn't believe in the advanced civilization and all that stuff.
Okay.
What else? Yeah.
Well, let's start from the start.
Okay. Is that the beginning? Yeah. That Life of Jesus Christ is a good one. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's a hard one to read.
This
You
one.
need to, I think the way he wrote it was that you need to have access to the readings. So he sort of gives you all the readings that you need to go and research, and the Bible. So you need readings and the Bible to read that one.
Okay.
Edgar Cayce and the Mysteries of the Mind, that's a sort of good one. Yeah, interesting one. Yeah, Search for God 1 and 2. Oh, you have book 3 as well. Oh, you're lucky.
Yes.
Because I only have the 3 chapters of that one.
You have, sorry, what?
I only have the 3 chapters of book 3. How many chapters are there?
I don't know. So there are, it's thinner than the other ones.
Oh, so it might be only 3 chapters.
Might be, yeah. I'll check it.
Yeah.
The books are not here, so they're at my parents' home because I have a rented place basically, which is not big enough.
Yeah.
For and they're better at my parents' home.
So the Experiments in the Search for God, that goes with the Search for God. You can do these lessons, quite interesting.
Yeah.
Not easy.
Yes, not easy.
Yeah. So yeah, face to face is it's interesting because all the readings I interpret, not an easy read as well.
Okay. What kind of readings are
Edgar Cayce readings? So they have the readings and then they interpret it.
But it's 12 readings.
Yeah, 12 readings, and they interpret those 12 readings.
Okay. This is the one that I'm reading, Lives of the Master.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
Yeah.
That's Edgar Cayce reader. That's not an easy read. Old-fashioned. Hewlin Cayce. Anything by Hewlin Cayce is good though.
Yes. Yeah. I've read Faces of Fear, which has been retitled to Overcoming Life's Anxieties. That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faces of Fear. It's here.
Yeah, because it has all the in there. You can find all the information about the glands. So that's good. Helps with the Revelation, Book of Revelation. That helps, that section there. Yeah, reincarnation. That's all right. Let me see what else. Yeah, that's all right. I wouldn't recommend reading, but I like the Meditation A Step Beyond with Edgar Cayce.
Okay.
Yeah, because Hewlin Cayce helped. So that's a very good sort of introduction to meditation. Okay. Very good one. Yeah. Easy to follow. No, I don't know much about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to check it.
Yeah.
It definitely has some sort of authorship or at least editorship that I can add here.
That's not a Edgar Cayce book. That we don't die. I know all the Edgar Cayce books. So that's not a Edgar Cayce book, definitely.
No, it's not. Yeah. The Sleeping Prophet. This is another bio that I can maybe translate.
You can translate. Yeah.
Yes. And
what else? Hold on.
Reincarnation again.
No, that I wouldn't recommend that one, but that's a good one.
My years with it. Yes, I've read this one. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's very good. No, that's not a Edgar Cayce book. Definitely, that's not. This Charles Fillmore is more like a Christian sort of. Even that one is not an Edgar Cayce book. Those two.
Yeah. Judith mentions this book quite frequently. So Emmett Fox,
Yeah,
Sermon on the Mount. So I guess
yeah,
it's worth reading.
that's a good one. That's a very good one. That's like a very you can do it every day, and it's all Ed Casey readings and a little talk. He writes stuff about.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's that's a good one. I like that one. That's a very good one because Hewlin Casey was editor of that one. So that's a
Of
very good
this one
summary.
here.
Yeah,
Actually, let me change color. Let me put it like this.
yeah, because Hewlin Casey was the editor. Any books when Hewlin Casey was involved was quite. It's very good. Hewlin Casey was involved in that one too.
Okay, so we are here somewhere.
See that book?
Best of
Yeah, that's a
ARE
good one.
journal.
Very good. You can pick. I just sort of jump. I read sort of because they're sort of like written by different people.
Which one?
The best of the ARE journal.
Yes,
You
best of
can
ARE
find them all
journal.
in the journals if you have access to it. But that's good collection. Very good read.
Okay.
There's one there about the Lord's Prayer and the chakras.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
actually, is it there or maybe it's in a journal? Maybe it wasn't there.
There is a very good talk given by Judith.
Yeah.
It was given, I think, on the New Year's conference in 2019 or something. I think it was 2019. Just about that. So about the Lord's Prayer, the chakras,
Yeah.
and how it raises the vibration and how it works.
Yeah.
And it's very
Someone
good.
wrote in a journal, but I'm not sure if it's in the best of the journal or I saw it in the other journals. Like, so I'll see if it's there. If it's not, I can sort of give you the information for that one. You see the Sons of Darkness and Sons of Light?
I'm not sure if this is an Edgar Cayce based
No,
book.
it is definitely. It's a novel based on the Edgar Cayce readings.
Okay.
So she wrote 3 books. I think
3
Sons of
books?
Darkness was based on the early Christian era. So if you read that one and you read the series, the Christian era, early Christian era, read it with that one. She also wrote another book, which I have all 3 of them, based on the Atlantis period as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
probably, maybe it's here, not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Edgar Cayce on soul symbolism.
Yeah. So read the section on the revelation there. Very good. Because what Herb Puria did was divide it into 7 parts, and then you focus on each one. So like from 1 to 3 was the self-analysis, and then 4 to 6 or 7 opening of the seals, and then purification, and then right up to the last part 21 22 is the the higher self takes over. So very easy steps to follow.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I am that your life universal laws is interesting. I'm not really a study group in Australia did the whole book, so maybe you can have a look at that.
Yeah.
I'm sort of not a fan of it, but yeah, that's I don't know whether Edgar Cayce. I think those are sort of those new series where all the readings and they put them together.
Yes, I think they are a collection of series.
Yeah.
Of the readings.
That's one of them. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
No Soul Left Behind. That's a very good one.
Okay.
Robert A. Smith is the author there, or he compiled it. He was the editor for the Venture Inward for a very long time. So he's finished it. Yeah, he was. So he knew a lot of stuff happening there. I think he was there when Charles Thomas was there. but Charles Thomas now passed away, so I don't know. You're up to date. What's going on? The latest information of ARE.
Well, I know that they're searching for a new CEO or something,
Yeah,
or someone to lead all of the organizations.
yeah, it's an interesting time for ARE.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Okay. Yeah, see,
And
that's not an
then
Edgar Cayce book.
Men Who Shouldn't Stay Dead, or The Mystical Christ.
Yeah,
Men
that's
with
man. Yeah, he's
no.
not a. He was friends with Hewlin Casey, but he's a different. Yeah, completely different.
Okay.
I don't really read this stuff.
These are not really related to Edgar Cayce readings.
The
John
Place
Van
We Call
Auken.
Home is a Edgar Cayce book.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah, definitely, it's a good book. Robert J. Grant. He was, from what my understanding, he was the one that computerized the readings.
Oh.
Yeah, he was involved with computerizing putting it all into CD and all that stuff. So he sort of, and he wrote some good books about Jesus. I think it was Jesus' mother or something like that. Yeah. So.
And we have another one.
Yeah.
Universe of
Yeah.
Worlds.
So you can check
For
those
that
two.
hero.
I don't know. I don't know that one, but I know the other one.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah.
Jesus, His Words Decoded, His Mystery Teachings Revealed.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two will be interesting. Now, I really wanted to get hold of that one.
Which one? This, The Bible as a Handbook?
Yeah, because that's an old one. And Shane Miller was there when Hewlin Casey was there and Herb Purian that time. So 1970s, 80s, early 80s. So definitely a good book, that one. The Bible as a Handbook.
Some books are quite old, yes.
It's a booklet. So it's not a book, but a small book.
The Power of Your Soul.
Yeah, I think that's like the series as well.
Yes.
Like Soul Spirit, yeah. That's a good book. If you want to that multi-century human evolution of the soul, that's it's sort of like a modern version of the 3 books written by Eula Allen, The Creation Story, but that's a modernized version. It's a very good book.
Okay.
I have that book. So you can see how much information I've sort of.
Yes, it's wonderful. I can't believe that you read all of these.
Yeah, no, that's how much I was.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good book. That one. Yes, you see that before the beginning.
Yeah, Ellen. I think she worked with Edgar Cayce directly, right?
Yeah, I think she got some reading. But I put a YouTube video, a summary of that. So if you want to check my YouTube video out.
Before the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Starting the Spiritual Growth Study Group.
So
I think these are
one
the
just to
booklets.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Innovation State.
That's all his lectures.
Okay.
Very good collection. I have that one. Deaf and Dying. Yeah, that's that one. Meditation Gateway to Light is a very, very good book, but it's old, but it's still highly recommended.
I'm sort of reading it, kind of, but definitely will read it properly.
That helps with the revelation. If you're studying revelation, the chakras, the endocrine glands, the spiritual centers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Education in the Cosmos.
That's a hard one. I wouldn't recommend, but if you're into all the galaxy and stuff, which I'm not really into.
Okay.
To the Churches, that's a good one. Very good one. about Jesus Christ.
The Jesus I Knew, I definitely want to read this one.
That one, I've got it, and it's a lot of it are a search for God, based on a search for God. If you look carefully, that each lesson is a search for God lesson.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's, I think, one on patience, one on something else. Yeah.
Okay. Dimensions of Dying and Rebirth.
I don't. That's not an Edgar Cayce book. Even though I see Hill and Cayce, it must be a collection of all.
Lectures by.
Yeah. So, but I think it's. I'm not sure. It could be, but. Yeah, that's a sort of another John Van Auken book.
Yeah.
That's not a. Yeah, I see. Edgar Cayce on Religion and Psychic Experience. All 12 lessons are there of a search for God, but it's not an easy book to read. I've read it like 3 times.
Okay.
So it has, if you pick up the sections, there's 12 lessons of a search for God, but then he talks about other stuff as well, all the psychic.
Okay.
That's a good one. Is it true what they say about Edgar Cayce? It's interesting.
What is it about? So
is it trying to be that person? Yeah, he wrote a lot of ARE journal in the 70s, 80s. So it'll be interesting reading. Yeah, that one's not. Oh, that's a very good one to think on these things. It's a very small book, but it's one where you can carry in your pocket. It's a very small booklet. Yeah, to carry around with you, read. The one I had that one, and what happened was I was on the plane and I gave it to an African man, and because he was a Christian and he found it interesting, so I gave it to him. I don't know what's happened.
Who knows? You planted
he
a
loved
seed.
it, huh?
You planted a seed.
Yeah, so hopefully he's famous now in Africa somewhere. There's a Search for God study group there.
Yeah. Life after life, actual case stories.
Yeah, I don't have that one, so can't say.
This is not an Edgar Cayce.
Yeah, doesn't sound like it. That's a good one. But it's a hard one to read. I'm not sort of a dream person. I was invited by the Argentina rep to join the dream study, but I didn't want to say, I'm not really into dreams. I do dream, but not. A lot of people
I think that dreams are very personal. Like, I record my dreams almost every time. Okay. And I know that there are some patterns. Yeah. Like I understand, the patterns that.
What's good? Yeah.
Yeah. What it's trying to say, but it's not the same for another person. Like.
Yeah, it's but it's more from your real self, your true self. So. Yes. I'm trying to tell you something.
Modern Man in Search of a Soul.
Oh, that's Carl Jung. Definitely not a education. That's an old. When I spoke to the Argentina lady, she translated that into Spanish.
This one.
One of the first ones, yeah. One of the first biographies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Story of Jesus.
Oh, that's probably that's one of my best Jesus books. Yeah. Because a lot of it is based on it's the readings itself.
Yeah.
So highly recommend it. You see why it's got selected and edited
by
Jeffrey first. So I think he was involved in the 70s. But it's very good because it's all the readings, mostly readings. I like anything with readings. So definitely highly recommend that one.
Yeah, I've read this one last year.
Yeah.
In the beginning of last year, I think.
Yeah.
So might revisit it again.
Yeah, no, it's very good.
Just to. Edgar Cayce on prophecy.
Yeah, it's one of the old books, but not. There's some sections that are interesting.
Okay. I'm not really into this topic yet, at least not yet. Yeah, but still
I
very.
think it's got some interesting that are nothing to do with prophecy, but you'll find some interest. That
So
reference, yeah, that's a very good book.
the Black Book.
Yeah, it's a collection of reading. I don't think it was written by just Stern.
I'll check it.
Yeah,
I'll
I don't.
see.
It was someone else. But
Okay.
yeah, that's a.
Meditation.
I think that's another copy. That's the one you had before. That's a very good one. Highly recommend.
Did I have it before this one?
Yeah, I think you got it up somewhere on top.
A Step Beyond, yes. So,
Yeah.
okay, let me put 2 here and remove this one. Okay.
That's a good one, but Hammond Bro. Hammond Bro is not an easy person to read, but still, he was very good.
On diet and health.
Yeah. Which I should focus.
Next round.
Yeah. And that's not an Edgar Cayce book. Joel Goldsmith is a very popular Christian, modern Christian, but he encouraged a lot of meditation, which is good. I did listen to some of his talks.
Yeah, it's the title is very, very attractive.
Yeah.
The Secret of the 23rd Psalm.
Yeah. He's got his own style. See, that's one of the Old Testament one. Highly recommended. That's one of my first books I read.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a Bible one. And
he's
Man Crowned King is the other one too. Yeah, see, that's there's 3 of them, so you got 2 of them already.
Oh, that's like it's a series.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. But now they have it online. You can get the Kindle version, which combine all 3 of them.
Okay.
And it's called Edgar Cayce Story of the Bible. Or something like that. Yeah, but if you have all 3, you don't need to. So you got 2 of them already.
Okay, cool. I'll
So
start
read
with
those
these
2.
ones.
Yeah.
ARE membership series transformed lives.
That's all right. That was when, if you were a member, they'd give you a free copy once a year or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a very good book, but it's hard to read. Meditation in the Mind of Man. Herbert Puri wrote that one. That's hard reading, but it's still good.
Humor.
Yeah, that's a small booklet. It's funny.
The Pilgrimage of the Soul.
Yeah, that's one of the series, membership series.
Reflections on the Path.
Yeah, that's a very good one. Herbert Puri. Anything by Herbert Puri is very good. Highly recommend.
Okay. On the reincarnation of the biblical characters.
Yeah. That's, you're doing studying the Bible.
Yeah.
Sort of modernized version of old. He sort of modernized a lot of stuff. Okay. That one, not an Edgar Cayce book. That's a different language, German. Yeah. Not an Edgar Cayce book.
Towards the Deeper Meditation.
Yeah, I have that book. It's a good sort of summary. See Robert J. Grant, see that Magdalene Diaries? Yeah, that's a novel.
It's a novel.
Yeah, based on Edgar Cayce readings.
Okay.
So,
let me mark that.
Yeah. So it's a good, I reckon it'd be good for women like to read that one. Yeah, that's a good one, Herbert Puri. I don't have that one, but he did a lot of courses on it. Yeah, that's an old one, but that's still. No, you have lots of books.
Yes, like a lot. I'm so happy to have them.
Yeah. Those two are
Um,
Edgar Cayce books, Discovering Your Soul Purpose and Edgar Cayce and the Palmer Christie. See, the Palmer Christie is the castor oil.
yes. Yeah.
My wife uses a lot of the castor oil around her stomach,
Hmm.
so it helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done the packs.
Yeah, that's all Edgar Cayce. That one's a membership series. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a very good one.
This one here.
I think the title, shouldn't have used that title. That's actually, if you read that, the Revelation, it's sort of, he shouldn't
For
have, yeah, it's a very
the
good
op
advanced sort of study of Ed Casey.
the open and the closed door, basically the
Yeah,
second
yeah, that's
chapter.
a lot of good things in that book.
Yeah. This one I had because Edgar Cayce recommended Ouspensky to somebody in the readings. You know,
Oh, but
recommended
good
that they
luck trying to
read.
understand it. I wouldn't
Yeah,
try.
I read um, on the search of in search a search for miracles of
Yeah,
the
I, my
miracle.
yeah, my dad
Yeah,
had that book. I didn't bother. Couldn't
that
understand a
was
single
really
thing.
good. A single thing, okay. Okay.
Don't worry trying to understand. Yeah, I think that's Edgar Casey book. But
Yes, Charles
yeah,
Thomas Casey.
yeah, that's an Edgar Casey book.
Reincarnation for the Christian is the case for incarnation. I think I have two of these, the case for reincarnation.
Yeah, but that's not an Edgar Casey book.
No, no, it's not.
That's not one.
In the Old Testaments. Atlantis,
No, that's not Edgar Casey.
the Egyptian
Yeah,
heritage and
that's you already
tragedy.
had one before, Victor. That's not an Ed Casey book. Yeah, see, that's Kevin Lewis. That's the
Reincarnation.
ARE membership. Yes. See, this
Reincarnation
Reincarnation
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary, that's a very interesting book.
Okay.
There were special people that were told that they didn't have to reincarnate.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to come back to planet Earth, but they can come back and volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a
Yeah.
collection of readings here.
Mind is the builder, your life is the result.
Yeah,
Clearly based on
I
the
think I
case
have, well,
readings.
I have had that book, but it's,
The Gospel of the
no,
Essenes.
that's not Ed Casey book.
No, okay. But Bible Companion.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
Okay.
Very, very good. It's sort of all the verses are all there, like you can study it. Bible verses.
An American
That's
Prophet.
another autobiography, modern one. A lot of people modern days read that one
Which
instead of
one?
There Is a
Sorry.
River. Yeah, there, An American Prophet.
Yeah, yeah. Sidney Kirkpatrick.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a very good one. That Handbook for Health for Drugless Therapy.
yes, yes. I do plan to read all the health books,
Yeah,
but I want to be done first with spiritual and the
yeah. That one
Bible
is.
study.
It's an interesting story about that doctor. He was getting all these clients, and they came with the readings, and he said, "Well, who's sending this person here?"
Which one? This one here,
Yeah,
Handbook for Health. Oh yes, yes. I remember the story.
yeah.
Harold
He
Riley.
was
Yeah,
like getting all these clients. Go, well, who's recommending
yeah.
recommending me? But it was from the readings, like,
Yes, I seen through his letters. It's a bit difficult to read.
yeah,
It's quite. It has quite a lot into that, and
yeah. No, I wouldn't. That search for God books 1 and 2, I have that one. That's 2 and 1.
yes, it's together. I have I think 3 or 4 copies came in, 3
Okay.
copies of each book. And some of them are old, are from the 70s.
Hmm.
Photographic Legacy.
Yeah, that's you can see nice photos there of Edgar Cayce in that one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not an Edgar Cayce book. No, even that one. No,
Yeah, yeah. But these are not really.
that's an Edgar
This one.
Cayce book, Lucid Dreaming, but very hard. Yeah, the highlights from the Edgar Cayce work readings is an interesting one. It's based on the 254 series readings, and it sort of helped with the running of the ARE.
Mhm.
So if you're running an organization, you can use that as your book you follow. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that it would be very useful to see.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I started reading the book about the letters,
Yeah.
so the correspondence, just to understand, you know, his approach to running an organization, because it's not that easy. It's very difficult actually to have people together for a common cause and keep them together, because you know, inspiring them, okay, that's one thing, but keeping them inspired and motivated and, you know, aligned, it's quite a challenge. So I wanted to see the approach.
So the ARE journal is yeah, that's already marked.
This one here.
Yeah, but all those ones are not AKC. Now see High Plane. Okay, with you. Yeah, that's by Harmon Bro. I've read that twice already.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a very strange book, but it's to do with drugs.
Okay.
Why you don't need drugs.
Okay. So these are not really related.
None of those are education books.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This was very, very useful. I have now a study plan.
Yeah, so you can focus on those ones.
Yeah, thank you. I stop sharing now.
Okay. Oh well, that was like time well spent.
You've read a lot.
Oh yeah, that's how crazy I am.
Oh, that's good. That's very
okay. Good. Well, I think I'll let you go, and what I'll do is edit this video and see. I'll give you the link by email. You can watch it.
Thank you. Maybe make me look good, please.
No, you see, the thing about being a representative is, you know, you want to be approachable and friendly.
Yes.
And that's all, and simple. You know, you don't want to be wearing like very expensive jewels and makeup and all that stuff. And like, yeah, it's all, you know, it's all about the heart and the soul. And people can see through it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll catch up again.
Yes, it would be great. Yeah. Thank you. I hope this was a nice interview and
no, it was definitely
useful.
No, very good. You when you watch it, you can reflect on it and.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a great evening then.
Yep, same to you. Take care.
Bye.
See ya. Okay.